Bola Ahmed Tinubu don enter one chance, so this time he not get anything to do again because finally everything don dey Atiku hand. My people, make we start the news. Go back small. One Olajide Adeniji don run come out to talk say Tinubu na a classmate. The guy swear affidavit to take testify say he and Tinubu na gather dey the same department together. Na two of them na read accounting together. In fact, Tinubu was the brightest student in his class. The question wey I wan ask for this place na be say why be say na black man na go come out to come swear affidavit? Bola Ahmed Tinubu no follow Igbo dey class. Those one they not dey alive again. Why they not come out? At least one of them go come and talk say yes, not true, and it go bring evidence where two of them take be friend, or where they take they play game together, or where they take graduate together. At least that would have been a simple way. This Olajide Adeniji wey still be Yoruba man like Tinubu come they talk say for e affidavit say in fact saying Tinubu was so intelligent to the essence say he come out for first class.
I was one of those most recruited graduates of my university, multiple honors, first class degree. And I have the reference point. Those people are there.
When Tinubu see am say this strategy of using Olajide Adeniji no work, na there he can't go tell the Chicago University say make them no release agenda and a transcripts, because he know say if they release them, he's going to read a woman. So he can't beg them and he can't still let the US judge know say make they hide his identity. However, Tinubu forget say now the US judge na in they deal with, not be the one wey they see for Nigeria for the presidential election tribunal, where be say they give $7 million and $5 million each, and they take them on a tour to Paris with private jets. So Tinubu want try use the same level for US. In fact, e no fit work. Where the US no fit cover up for Biden's son and they no fit cover up for Trump, now they want come cover up for you, Oga Presido, e no fit be. As this one come still bolo for, we come dey hear say Bola Tinubu credentials are being put together at the Chicago State University and would be handed over to Atiku Abubakar's lawyer in a few hours from now. Both teams are meeting. So at this junction, Bola Ahmed Tinubu not get control over say no release my gender, no release my transcript, or he want do appeal, or he want talk say me person can't do affidavit for him. Nothing like that again, because very soon they go hand over all this document to Atiku, and Atiku will know whether Bola Ahmed Tinubu na man, na woman, or if na transgender. At this junction, I want commend Atiku Abubakar for going this far, because na only in one for the whole country. Now if he do it, he do so. Every other person don't try him, and on the way they give up because Bola Ahmed Tinubu was stronger than them. But right now, it shows say Atiku not give up on this case, because he take upon himself say man, he go make sure say even na the last thing wey he do to take put Bola Ahmed Tinubu down, he go do am. Now this one I can lead us to the next story where be say where Andre Kalu Conte dey beg Atiku, say he use God, he use Allah to beg Atiku, say me I beg, make he forgive Bola Ahmed Tinubu, make he withdraw the case for the Chicago State University, make they take save Nigeria from shame and APC. I don't understand. One of the beg Atiku, now don't brag say Tinubu true go Chicago State University to the extent now can go meet CSU. Those one constantly talk say yes he go. Now bring so many things come and say yes this man go affidavit. So muna arrest for the case. Make muna let Atiku do it thing, because now the final hour will day. So in few hours time, they'll give everything to Atiku, everything we he need to take pursue this case. I don't understand. One of the beg say now one save may they save Nigeria from shame. You know which shame? There's no shame here now, because he said he went to Chicago State University. So let him be confident. That's all. At this one, Constable for come the year say the governor Lawa he accused Tinubu government of holding secret meeting with Zamfara bandits without the knowledge of the state government. Hey, Tinubu wa Gwinefo wa. Tinubu just stomp us wey be say one thing go dey ground, we never see head. He go dey put in for another thing. We don't understand this kind of government, my people. See, we don't understand where we dey go. We don't understand the old man wey they go give us as president though. My people, all of a sudden, we come the way they hear say fire don't enter the Supreme Court building. All of a sudden, because they want burn the petitions, so be say they pack for there. Which kind government be this? Which kind government be all these ones? If monkey no swallow money, na rats then go swallow money. If fire not chop building, that building then go chop fire. From one problem to another, is this a government? In fact, area scatter today. When the tribunal finally can give the verdict of the Lagos governorship, the update can be say the tribunal strike and disqualified the suit filed against Sanwo-Olu on the submission of fake WAEC certificates. The court can talk say the possession of WAEC certificate is not one of the grounds of qualification or disqualification under section 177 and 182. They say this is the same scenario with the Presidential Election Tribunal and the Enugu State Governorship Tribunal. My people, this one how the government will come into. What do people expect? Now Tinubu na get Lagos now. You can't dispute that. There is no way they can leave Lagos, even if you don't win Lagos. But that will not mean say he no go fit decide to put person he want for there. He don't already put Sanwo-Olu, and Sanwo-Olu is loyal to him. Whether we like him or not, though, my people, this government will enter so we need divine grace to take eradicate people we be say we don't want. But how possible is my this? My people, they say wahala no dey finish. In fact, now this pastor today Bakari talk say Mohbad was drinking, smoking with evil men, but he did not know harvest will come soon. It can't come under fire under the statement when you make. So the late Mohbad fans follow him. Say when this one now you supposed to talk, make you preach the preach where God say make you preach, make you leave Mohbad alone. Mohbad matter not concern you. Not be Mohbad matter you want a trend. Election matter will be say concern you face on. Church matter will be say concern you face on. This one are people, this one are street matter, not street own. You know, in fact, my people, I read comment I tire. Woman here. We know how far now, how market, I can be now, I end. Okay, first of all, the Olajide way come out say issue affidavit. Then the next thing, Presido say they don't release the identity, they don't release the gender and transcript. Okay, the next thing with the year say they want over everything to Atiku. The next thing with the year say that record not found. In fact, guy, you not come post again. You follow Rufai fight, you follow Obi fight, you follow everybody fight for all social media network. If I can't be now, you not come post again now. How far now? You not put Tinubu matter for head again. You not go Chicago State University and verify him again. See, for this life, you get some kind of friend where person go get, put them for fitter, me fitter the true way. This kind of friend, what they refer to as the hot, they will follow you there. But when you say you don't lose your value, they will run, leave you go another place. My people. And this one can say Bolofa, can the year say Wike welcome the appeal judges into a new fresh start of promises. So you can tell them, say, okay, what did they need to expect? What did the government go see do for them? You know, some of those kind of promises. But waiting people they talk for this video, now be say, why be saying waiting president supposed to do or vice president supposed to do? Why come say na weekend they do all these things? In fact, it's doing too much. And it will not be feed now. What you can concern all these, can they address all these judges? However, we understand say now they invite and come, but now Shetima now we suppose they say be now it can't be like say Wike level strong pass Shetima own wey be vice president. Abeg my people, wetin dey play here? Me I no understand. Lastly, my people, we come dey see am say Yahaya Bello led Kogi government come dey share palliative give vulnerable people wey be say dem no get help at all, wey dem no get means of survival. Dem come dey share rice wey no reach 3 cup give dem. Dey give dem 1,000 naira. The question be say which condition dem put for ground before dem fit give dem dis thing? Dem go collect their PVC. I repeat again, dem go collect their PVC, give dem small rice and 1,000 naira. They go waka comot. What a wicked word. See, anything that goes around will turn around. Ekweremadu do, he don dey chop pan and soup, that strong bread and soup, he don dey chop am for prison. E go reach una turn. Una own, if it not be prison, but una own dey wait for una for front, my people.
Paragraph 14, 2 II. You can bring in the position even after the commencement of the trial, but you cannot bring in the position, and I want you to underline this so that you don't confuse what I'm saying, to begin to prove on facts that you did not aver in your petition. Get the point? The petition is unamendable, and I agree with it. Once you have deposed, once you have averred to all the facts in your petition, what the law is saying is that if evidence is gotten even after the trial, witness statement on oath is evidence, you are allowed to bring it in if they are subpoena witnesses. Not that you will come and under the subpoena witnesses to begin to bring about evidence which you did not depose to or which you did not aver in your petition. If the facts are not there, you cannot bring a subpoena witness or any deposition on oath to come to say you want to prove it. So it's very important you make that clarification, because I saw some citation, some cases which the court was trying to cite and which they did not distinguish. In such cases, in some of them, the petitioners did not place the facts and averment in their petition, and they now came the way of purported subpoena witness to begin to amend the petition. That's what it means. But when you have averred to those facts, you are not trying to amend the petition, you're trying to substantiate it. These are two different things. Good. So my position is that if you did not make the averment, if you did not plead them, in your petition, you don't have the right to bring subpoena witnesses after 21 days. But once you have pleaded them, once you have averred those facts completely in your petition, you should be allowed in the process of trial to bring your evidence to prove them. Otherwise, it will not be provable. Because what INEC just needs to do, or any witness that's a rival witness to you, which you need his evidence to succeed, is to hide himself for 21 days. And that's the end of your case. That couldn't have been the intention of the legislature. So the totality of the judgment is not a judgment that delivered justice. It was not decided based on law or logic or clear thought. If the judgment of the PEPC is sustained, Electoral Act 2022 is dead.
Thank you very much, sir. Well said. Truly, in a few days, lots of people are still very doubtful about the way the judiciary is being handled. What would you say about this going forward, sir?
You know, they used to say judiciary is the hope of the common man. I don't blame the people that made that philosophy, because if you are from a country governed by military for a long time, where some people are above the law. Because the military clique and their cabal is above the law. That's where they brought that philosophy that the judiciary is the hope and the last hope of the common man. But the truth is that in a democracy, where rule of law is one of the pillars of democracy, the judiciary is the hope of everybody, common and uncommon. You have seen great people removed in power illegally. Do you see common people, in quote, contesting for governorship? But you have seen people go to court to reclaim their mandate. So judiciary is the hope of everybody in a democracy. And more importantly, judiciary is the last hope for the sustenance of democracy itself. If elites do not write justice on black and white, ignorant men will write it on ground with blood. If the judiciary do not write justice on black and white, ignorant men will write justice on the ground with blood. It's not my quote. So we should be very careful. Very, very careful. So when people are going to judiciary, it is to make sure that the peaceful transfer of power, as ensured by democracy, which is government of the people, by the people, for the people, is ensured. They should be careful the way they deliver judgment. It is not the duty of the judiciary to make the law. The legislature can overrule decided case by simply amending the law. The judiciary cannot overrule a legislation. They can only review it to know whether it contradicts another legislation. Meaning, the only reason the court can interfere with a piece of law is to know whether the legislature has done a law that contradicts its own law. So the court has no business, except where there is a lacuna, no law. Then they can now come in under the overarching principle of wherever there is law, there must be remedy, to put a remedy. Using your discretion to give technical judgments is illegal in itself, and the Supreme Court in itself has said the court has no jurisdiction to use its discretion to overrule the express provisions of a statute. So, as we are going into 63 years, I am pleading with the judiciary. They should be careful, because when we do not have strong institutions, we could still have strong individuals that want to manipulate the institutions for their own selfish ends. And the only protection that the system will have is the judiciary. So as we're getting to 63 is getting to grandfather. Nigeria is getting to grandfather level. We should be able to have children, grandchildren, that reflect what we want our nation to be. We are taking too long to mature. At 63, we are still drinking milk. We have not grown in anything. We discovered oil 58, even before independence. And we are importing 100% of our refined crude. Not even a baby country that has oil can afford to be doing that. Our naira is going to 1,000. Going to 1,000 to $1, and 1,000 plus to the pounds. And when we got independence, our naira was stronger than the pound. So we are actually degenerating. And not in our stars, but in ourselves. We are the most blessed country in the whole world. We have our gold. We have our lithium. we have our iron, we have our tin, we have our coal growing like carrots. Foreign countries are coming to mine it under our nose. We have our oil flowing like a river. We have our cattle to give us milk. A land flowing with oil and milk. 850 kilometers of coastal line. We can survive on blue economy alone. We can survive on solid mineral alone. We can survive on oil alone. Can imagine if we are refining our diesel, kerosene, jet fuel, condensates, all the things, and we are exporting them. With exporting our crude, we can survive on them alone. And yet you have the combination of all these things. And should we not say that we have cursed leaders, that we have all these things, and we are wallowing in poverty? And out of 200 million persons, 133.3 are suffering from multidimensional poverty. We are depraved and deprived. We can't go through our streets without being afraid that we will be kidnapped, terrorized, or robbed. We cannot embark on nightlife. In the southeast, you have the unknown gunmen killing at will. In the south, you have the oil thieves. In the southwest, you have the cultists and ritualists. In the north central, you have the killer headsmen and terrorists. In the northwest, you have the bandits, terrorists and kidnappers. In the northeast, you have the insurgents, IDPs. And we have what it takes to put an end to this. And as we're moving to 63, if the judiciary can live up to its expectation today, we will not have all these cases we are having in courts. You know, the Chief Justice of Nigeria said Nigeria is the most litigious nation on earth. You know why? Because the judiciary is not living up to its bidding.
Vice President Kashim Shettima's statement, in which he referred to the leaders of the 10th National Assembly as representatives of the black man, while asserting that if Nigeria fails, the black man has failed, generated reactions over the weekend. Shettima made the comment in Akwa Ibom State while declaring open a 2-day retreat for the National Assembly leaders. Well, let's take a listen before we take some reactions.
Power is a gift from God. We are going to spend more years of our lives outside power than in power. Power to me is a humbling experience. Power should be used for the good of the people. We are the luckiest amongst Nigerians. We are not better than our next door neighbor. Yesterday I hosted my classmates from the University of Ibadan, the MSc class of 1991. The best graduating student in my class was from Oladipo. Oladipo is languishing as a DGM in one mediocre bank. He was the best graduating student. That goes to show that we are here not because we are the best of the best, but we are the representatives of our people. We are the representative of the black man. That is the burden we all carry. If Nigeria fails, the black man has failed. Let us make Nigeria work.
Languishing in one mediocre bank. I mean, that statement got me. But let me take some reactions. This is from Jude, who wrote, so according to Shettima, the GGM of a bank is languishing in that position? That's what happens when you have wealth without enterprise. Any society where career politics is more profitable than business and enterprise is in decline and destined to fail. Well, Nze Indianambra wrote, my 3 take. 1, insults to his classmate. 2, insults to the banking system. 3, insults to hard-working Nigerians who are not stealing public funds. Number 4, insults to those who have no classmates. Rufai, you have classmates, right?
Plenty classmates.
You have plenty classmates.
They are everywhere. In
fact,
we have classmates WhatsApp group. Is it from SEM?
I mean, how would
LBS?
Oladipo feel when he hears that?
So there's something called tact in speaking. I get where the vice president is coming. He wanted to inspire them. You know, if Nigeria fails, we all fail. And I get the train of thought that, we are here because it's a privilege. And God has given us the privilege. But there's also something called tact. And that was lacking. And it's not today he's lacked it. This was the same vice president that told his predecessor vice president that he was an ice cream seller.
Yes, I remember that.
That he was
during
Mr. Nice Guy for
electionary
politics.
time.
That wasn't good enough for politics. When he was told, he finally apologized. He has said many other things too that shows he lacks that level of tact in speaking. Because what he has just said is he has just denigrated the hardworking people that didn't choose to go the path of politics. Please, for whoever you are, that Mr. Vice President's classmate, Mr. Oladipo, you are successful as the DGM of a bank. You are running your own race, you are living your path, you are doing well within your right. Not all of us will become vice presidents, not all of us will become politicians, but we will be successful in our own right and in our own lives. Just to set that straight. So please, next time, I think we can limit this by making our leaders follow a script and let them start speaking off the cuff. Because when they want to speak from the heart, sometimes they lack the tact to be able to say it. And for every hard-working Nigerian out there that never went through the route of politics, that will never do politics, it doesn't mean you are not successful. Even if you're working in a microfinance bank after 30 years of doing MBA, your success is your own ramification. And your success is not about money or the big fat bank account or the big political positions and all of that. Because you see, these same politicians that say so much, sometimes when you see how they've bastardized the offices and political offices, you don't want to be a politician. You don't even want to be a governor or something. So please, tact is of the importance.
Absolutely. Shetima's comment is coming after Frank Shaibu, an aide to former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, accused the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu of not being ready to serve Nigerians. While in a statement titled 10 Big Lies of Tinubu Administration, Shaibu said the federal government prefers to use propaganda instead of doing the real work, citing 10 examples, including the statement issued by Ajuri Ngelale, presidential spokesperson, claiming that Tinubu was the first African leader to ring the Nasdaq closing bell. Shaibu said the statement was retracted because they were caught in a lie. Shaibu also stated that the proposed meeting between Tinubu and U.S. President Joe Biden on the sidelines of the 78th United Nations General Assembly, as announced by Ngelale, did not hold. And so, the said proposed meeting might have also been a lie. Let me just pull up some of his statements, if we can pull those up. He wrote the first lie that was told by Bola Tinubu was in his inaugural speech, where he stated that petrol subsidy is gone, with oil prices now at $94 per barrel and Naira exchanging at 1,000 Naira per dollar. The price of diesel has risen to about 1,000 Naira per litre, while petrol remains at 620 Naira per litre. It is obvious to the discerning mind that petrol is now being subsidized, a position which all marketers have espoused. Nigerians should not be deceived. Tinubu's claim that there is no subsidy is a lie. Another one there, the second lie was told, which I just talked about. Oh, actually, this was the United Arab Emirates had lifted the visa ban on Nigerians immediately, and that all Nigerians were free to visit Dubai. UAE authorities later confirmed to CNN that it was all a lie. He said it was a national embarrassment. The third lie was about what I just read, first African president to ring the Nasdaq bell, which has since been established that Jakar Kikwete rang the bell on September 21st. I took that story on Friday. Another lie, he said, a statement released by Ajuri Ngelale on August 27th, that Joe Biden was to meet with Tinubu on the sidelines of Onga. that is the only African Biden had requested to meet. It turned out to be another lie because Tinubu departed UNGA without meeting President Biden. Another lie was a claim made by Tinubu on the floor of NASDAQ about retooling the exchange rate, but the exchange rate on the I&E window is about 780 naira to a dollar, while the rate at the parallel market is 1,000 naira to the dollar. He also talked about the Nigerian Air Force struck by alleged terrorists in Niger State. Another one is Tinubu's when he said the statement about the Central Bank of Nigeria on September 6th, that it will inject 10 billion into foreign exchange market to clear the FX backlog. Another lie. He also talked about Tinubu's inaugural speech in which he stated that he shall serve with prejudice towards none. He accused Tinubu of running a clannish government. He also talked about the NNPC claiming that they had obtained an Afrexim loan of $3 billion with which it would help stabilize the naira. I called that another lie. He said it was audio money. Then he said that the 10th biggest lie, which is a scam, he said it was a deceit of the Tinubu administrations, which was the Student Loan Act, which he signed on June 12th. The new law provides loans for students' tuition only. But Adele Alake, who was the then special advisor on media and publicity, in a statement said that the government tuition remains free.
And entire residents of the FCT, it is indeed an honor and a true privilege to be here today at this special ceremony marking the commencement of the 2023-24 legal year of the Court of Appeal. Permit me to begin by extending my warmest congratulations to the President of the Court of Appeal, Honorable Justice Monica Bolade Domba Menson, and all the distinguished justices of this honorable court gathered here today. While welcoming your lordships for your well-deserved vacation, let me also express my profound gratitude to God for this unique opportunity to address you for the first time in my capacity as the Honorable Minister of the Federal Capital Territory. My lords, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the opening of a legal year is believed by some to be just an ancient tradition which dates to the Middle Ages and the practice of the justices of the court, praying for guidance in view of a start of the new year. However, I believe it is more. It is so because it affords this honorable court the opportunity to reflect on the successes and challenges in the previous year with a view to celebrating those successes and working towards providing solutions to the challenges and also projecting into the new year. Today's event is therefore not just a ceremonial milestone, it is a testament to the enduring commitment of our legal fraternity to the pursuit of justice and upholding of the rule of law. My lords, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, there is no doubt that the previous legal year has been tasking and demanding due to the numerous pre-election matters which gave birth to appeals for interlocutory decisions and final decisions of the federal high courts. This year might not be different in view of the numerous pending election appeals. I commend the President of the Court of Appeal for the 9 justices that were recently sworn in by my Lord, the Chief Justice of Nigeria. This will undoubtedly go a long way in reducing the workload on the justices of the court and enhancing justice delivery in the country. My lords, another legal year has come, and this year is particularly unique because, as I said, of the election appeals which I've earlier alluded to. By virtue of Section 2463 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, this court is a federal court of appeal arising from the national and state houses of assembly election tribunals. This implies that a lot of industry is required while hearing and determining these appeals. The public has tremendous faith in the decisions of this court, and the court has a responsibility to live up to that trust. I wish you well in this endeavor. As we continue on our path of rebuilding our nation under His Excellency, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu renewed hope agenda, we will continue to rely on the judiciary as a bastion of justice and arbiter of dispute to maintain stability, peace, and progress throughout our beloved country. Here in the FCT, we are fully committed to implementing certain reforms that will not only restore the glory of the Federal Capital Territory, but also make it a source of pride for every Nigerian. As we diligently work towards realizing this vision of rejuvenating the FCT, we implore the judiciary to also cooperate with us. Your Lordships, we recognize that a strong and independent judiciary is pivotal to the preservation of justice, the protection of citizens' rights, and the overall well-being of our society. Therefore, we are resolute in our determination to provide the necessary support to ensure the efficient functioning of the court. We are not unaware of some of the challenges confronting the justices of this honorable court in the FCT, especially the problems associated with the accommodation. We will look closely at this matter and see how it can be best mitigated. As we embark on this new legal year, I have extended my heartfelt best wishes to the entire Court of Appeal and once again congratulate the Honorable President on the commencement of the 2023-2024 legal year. Thank you for your valued attention and may God bless us all.
Number two. Aso wa bo na ni yare. Ya bo na se yo na. Number 3. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Number 5. Number 5. Number 5. Number 5. Number 6. Number 7. Number 8. Number 9. Number 9. Number 10. One year for Kevin, Danny. Number 10. Number 10.
This is Bod TV Bod. In case the first time you come here, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more uploads.